reconnaissance, within the reconnaissance, within the infantry, the light infantry, we were not so light. We always joked about it. So everyone was a male up to 40. So I was the youngest in the group. I'm 43. There were people in the late 50s. There were a couple of younger soldiers, younger boys who joined us, but mainly everyone was in his 40s. And we were not that light and not that mobile, but we could still kick some ass, in Rrefimi. And I was in Georgia then. I was in exile for 6 years. I couldn't go back to Ukraine because of the investigative reporting and
Yeah, I know.
and writing I did before. And so for 6 years I was away. I was away from my Ithaca. I was away from my loved ones. And my odyssey was only has only started at this stage, as I realized later. So I was in Georgia, and my fiance was in Kiev at that stage, and I learned that she's helping the territorial defense, and she's doing her job to stop the Russians. And of course, at that stage, I wouldn't stay away for a second. And so I gave a call to a close friend of mine, David Katsarava, who's Georgian, who's the leader of the anti-occupational movement, which is the only force in the Caucasus that is actually trying to oppose the creeping annexation of the territories of the southern Caucasus. And so I gave this friend of mine a call, and I said, look, what's your plan? He said, we're going to Ukraine. We know that you're not really welcome there at this stage, that you have some troubles there, but we're going there, and are you joining us? And it was this, in a split second, you had to make this decision. You had to take this decision and make this move. And of course I said yes. And so we traveled there as a small group, as a reconnaissance group, that later joined the forces with the Ukrainians. And we fought in Irpin. We took our part in liberation of Irpin. We did a few pretty effective, I would say, scout and sabotage operations against the Russians. We destroyed at least 2 vehicles, armored vehicles, and we killed about 7 to 8, maybe more, from 8 to 16 Russians in a close-range gunfight. Small gun combat that we had back in March. We lost 2 of our best friends, and David Ratiani was one of them, a close friend of mine, and my brother from Georgia and from a place called Svaneti. A really close friend, a really good soldier, who was given decorated with a medal for valor back in 2008, when he was fighting in a war with the Russians that were occupying Georgia at this stage. And so